Hello everyone. This should have been a really pleasant Monday morning of October 10th, which should have been our first Thanksgiving in Canada, and we should have celebrated it, experienced it, and shared everything that makes us happy. But I woke up to the news that my beloved city, the capital of Ukraine, is being heavily bombed by Russian missiles. People are dying and a lot of people dead. A lot of historic buildings are damaged. Overall, it was a missile attack across the whole Ukraine. And obviously, this is something that makes me and all the people I know from Ukraine or who are outside of Ukraine right now, makes us really sad. I'm being really emotional at this moment, but for the last 10 years since I'm doing YouTube, all sorts of influential stuff, talking to a camera was always therapeutic, meaning that if I talk to a camera, it makes it easier for me. But anyways, like I said, doing this YouTube, TikTok for a long time, I feel that it is important for me to share my thoughts on war and spread awareness about this war. Being Ukrainian with certain amount of following, and recently certain huge amount of following from the Western world, I feel really responsible to share my thoughts. And this is what I'm gonna do. First of all, I want to share the personal fact that my parents, who lived in Poland for the last 3 years, never been to Ukraine since the war has started. Yesterday, they decided to come to Kiev to pick up their personal stuff from their apartment. And next day, when they come, which is today, they experienced the worst bombing of Kiev since the beginning of the war. Obviously, I'm frustrated, I'm nervous, I have anxiety the whole morning, and still, even now when I record that, I have a pretty huge chest pain and it's hard to breathe, but still, I really want to talk to you and share this with you guys. I decided to record this video just to remind us all that after 8 months, Russia is a terrorist state. It is still a terrorist state. I don't personally believe that it should be called Putins War. It is not Putin's war, it is Russians' war. Not Putin pressing the buttons to launch missiles. Not Putin killing a lot of people and throwing their bodies in mass graves. As you might know, every liberated city that Ukrainian forces liberate. Me as a Ukrainian, I have mixed feelings about that, because from one side, I'm so happy that they're having a success liberating our beautiful land from that disease. And from the other side, I know that in a day or two we're gonna be seeing pictures and videos of devastation they brought to these beautiful cities and villages and to those beautiful people. Literally, there was no exception. Like every other city they liberate, they find mass graves where they have hundreds of dead bodies, and it's just the reality that we live in. Also, I personally, it's just me, believe that something like good Russians, it is really rare. What I mean by that is that if you talk to any Russian person, if this person is online and like 30-something, 20-something, even 40-something, it's a good chance that this person gonna say like, I don't support war, I didn't vote for Putin, I am pro-peace. It sounds good, it sounds promising, but if you dig a little bit deeper and you will ask, what do you think about Crimea? Most of the times, Russian people will answer that Crimea should have been Russian in the first place. Or they're gonna say that people voted there at the Crimea Peninsula back in 2014 to become a Russia. That's their choice. You can ask them, what do you think about Donbass area? Usually, any Russian who a minute ago told you about I'm pro-peace, I don't support Putin, he would say, or she would say that there was civil war in Donbass area, meaning that it's Ukrainians fighting Ukrainians and it was some sort of conflict because some Ukrainians wanted to be a part of Russia, some of them are nationalists and they keep fighting since 2014, which is not true because it was all baked by Russia. There was Russian military in Donbass in 2014. It was Russian military in Crimea back in 2014. The war has started 2014. Why I say all that is just because you talk to a Russian person, you think it's good that he doesn't support or she doesn't support war or Putin. If you dig a little bit deeper, you can see that this person basically supports war and supports Putin's decisions to do something like that. They believe propaganda. That makes them pro-war. I also personally think, because since I know a lot of people from Russia, I knew influencers from Russia since I was one in Ukraine, and all the media people talk to each other, and we had huge connections with media people from Russia. And now all these Russian influencers, they stay in Russia. Being really successful influencers means that they earn a lot of money, they pay taxes, which makes them in Twitter, they do not support war, but who cares if they pay taxes, 99% of which goes to produce rocket that is gonna end up on house. You might think that I'm too harsh on them, but no. And you could ask, why do you say all that? What should we all do with this information? I say all that just because I do not want people to be too naive and people to be aware of who this terrorist state is. This is important. I feel like this is important. Whenever you sympathize some Russian people, I don't feel that you're doing something bad. With all respect to humanity as a whole, we have to know who is who. These are simple questions that show very fast who is who. If you believe that Nazis are in control of Ukrainian government, that's it. We don't have to talk more. We don't move further. You believe in propaganda, it is over for me. I don't know if it was useful for you, but what can we do is we can support Ukraine by sharing information like this, sharing your thoughts, asking questions. For me and for Ukrainians at this point, everything is black and white. Even though Mr. Musk, Elon Musk, says something that, let's look for a common ground. For us, it is black and white. How it looks for me. Imagine you're just walking with your wife and you're happy and everything is good. You have your problems with your relationships, but you're managing it. Overall, you're a happy couple. And then someone start raping your wife in front of you. And there's a lot of people out there, they taking pictures and they say like, I'm really against this. The other person says, I don't believe this is right. I wouldn't do anything like this. This is wrong. There are people in a crowd who say, that's right. She provoked that. So you're doing a good job. Like, give her what she deserves. And then there's you. And you want to, obviously hurt this rapist or even kill him. Then there's Elon Musk in this crowd who says something like, she should spread her legs even wider. We don't want to get this rapist upset. This is the call for peace from Elon Musk. This is how it looks for me. This is not something that Ukrainians can accept, even if our government can lose their mind and try to do something like that. This is not something Ukrainian people will accept. It is black and white for us. Either you support Ukraine or we don't care about you. I like how our president said recently on some interview, they asked, if Ukraine will win and Russia will lose, will Vladimir Putin survive? My president took a few seconds to think, but I was ready to answer right away. I don't care. And this is literally what he answered. I don't care. We don't care about anything except if you support Ukraine, you help Ukraine, you donate to Ukraine, you spread information about war, you help in any way, or we don't care. Thank you for spending 12 minutes on me. I hope you can leave a comment, share this video, and more people would have another opinion from a Ukrainian on this hard topic. Thanks.